The market's been nuking, and I'm assuming that some of you watching are sat in some stables, maybe you're sat in some ETH, and you're looking to earn some yield. Today, that's what I'm going to help you with. I'm going to show you 13 different strategies in the world of DeFi where you can earn some yield on your ETH or your stables. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Now, welcome back everyone. This is Farms of the Month, July 2024. My name is Waj, and this is a series in which we cover all these different opportunities. Let's dive in. We're going to start off first with Redacted Cartel, one of my favorites. They have an LST called PXETH, and this is a yield generating yield generating ETH derivative. And currently, if you go to Dinero's Money, you can see some of the different opportunities that you can take your PXETH and earn extra yield in the world of DeFi. You can see some examples like this on Sturdy, earning up to 15% APY, but also if you scroll down a little bit more, you can see on PancakeSwap and on Morpho, with APXETH and PXETH, the wrapped ETH pool, you can earn some pretty good 33%, 23%, some pretty good yields across the board here. Go and have a look and see which pools you like. They all have different risk parameters, as well as the fact that you have different smart contract risks across the different protocols. But you can see if you're holding on some ETH and you don't want to play the LRT game, perhaps this is something for you. Moving on, we're going to talk about Timeswap. Timeswap's consistently been one of the best places to farm over the last 6 months. Some exceptional yields across the board here, whether it's USDC, whether it's wrapped ETH, or whether it's some of your other kind of assets that you like. Maybe you like Pendle or something. Anyway, some very, very good yields. You can see them on screen yourself right now. I think the yields speak for themselves. Many of these yields do come in the form of the Time token, which isn't actually tradable just yet, but this is a token that you can claim and eventually you will be able to do something with. So yeah, like I said, some pretty good yields across the board. Take advantage of them whilst they're available. Next, we've got Morpho Blue. Not Morpho Blue, just Morpho, I should say, sorry. A really massively growing protocol, actually, with over 1.6 billion in deposits right now. They have a bunch of different vaults, and you can see exactly how good these APIs are, APYs I should say. Mostly stablecoin focused, so you got USDC, DAI, USDA from Angle, but you can see like double digits across the board. Yeah, I mean, can't complain with that. And some of them have some pretty good TVL, 20 million in this, still offering 15%. Not too shabby at all. So yeah, have a look. Maybe you find some interesting ones. You do get some occasional ones where you have some very, very high yields, like this CRV USD one. But yeah, take a look there. And you can earn some Morpho tokens, which again aren't tradable at the moment, but hopefully will be in the not so distant future. Next, we've got one that some of you watching probably aren't as familiar with. This one is called Hatom. It's actually the leading DeFi protocol by TVL on the MultiverseX chain, which is not the most common chain around. The reason why I actually found this interesting was because I was looking for some strategies for Tau and I found them here. But they do actually have some pretty good yield opportunities for your stablecoins, like USDC 24%, USDT 27%. So if you do want to earn some extra yield and you're on one of these chains like MultiverseX, potentially this is something for you. So yeah, some pretty good yields there for sure as well. Next, we've got Gearbox. Gearbox has been one of my favorites for a long time. They actually just released some news about an incentive program with Arbitrum, where currently they are using ARB tokens to boost the yields from their passive pools on the Arbitrum network. And you can see for ETH, this includes an 8%, which is your native yield, plus 1%, just under 1% in Gear tokens, and then 7% in ARB. If you add them all up together, you're talking 16% APY there. The USDC pool is even higher than that, where you're earning pretty much 20% across the native yield, Gear tokens, and Arbitrum. This is on ARB, so don't have to worry so much about gas fees. And if you do want to protect your LP, you can actually buy some insurance cover with Nexus Mutual as well, or open cover. So some pretty good opportunities there. I think this is one of the best ones around at the moment, just because of the risk-adjusted ones. Of course, there is still risk with all of these different strategies that I'm talking about. So go and do your own research on them. You can always ask me and send me a DM on Twitter if you want to ask about any specific strategy too. Next, we've got FX Protocol. They have a variety of stablecoins like FXUSD, Bitcoin USD, USD and FETH as well. All of them have pretty much double-digit yields in the most case. Some of them even being up to 20%. You can actually scroll down and find some of the curve pools as well, where you can potentially find some even better yields. But generally across the board, you're talking 15-20% here. So yeah, another place if you want to just drop in some stables. Yes, these are kind of derivative stables. They're not USDC or USDT, but they are stables. And yeah, you can earn some extra juicy yield there. Next, we're going to talk about one that I think many of you probably aren't familiar with. This is called Yei Finance. It's actually the leading DeFi app on Sei. Sei obviously being in version 2 now with the EVM. And right now for assets like USDC and USDT, you can earn some incredible yields, 28% if you include the Sei incentives, which are currently ongoing right now, and over 20% with USDC. So that's why there's like almost $100 million just within these two assets, because I think a lot of people are like, wow, this is some pretty crazy yield. And so, yeah, you can take advantage of these whilst these Sei incentives are ongoing. They probably won't be there forever, but I think generally right now you can farm those incentives and earn some juicy yields along the way. This is on Sei. Next we've got Contango. They currently have a variety of different strategies with ETH-focused strategies and stablecoin strategies. You can see some of them, like this one on Aave using wrapped ST-ETH. This is obviously using leverage, where you're basically borrowing and then essentially looping. This is creating the auto loop for you. And so the max ROI is probably going to be a little bit too degen, so you probably do need to taper it down a little bit, control your risk there, otherwise you will get liquidated. But you can scroll down and find double digits across the board, sometimes even some pretty good 46%. This is the APX Morpho strategy that we talked about just before. So yeah, if you're able to loop it, you're able to earn some extra yields. Next, we're going to talk about Mellow. Now, Mellow and Symbiotic are the latest new craze in the LRT craze. And right now, you can actually restake your ETH with Symbiotic. Now, unfortunately, Symbiotic caps are full. And so you can actually go to Mellow and restake here and earn Mellow points as well as Symbiotic points right now. I mean, you can't earn the Symbiotic points as the caps are full right now. But in the not so distant future, once the vaults open up, you'll get a fast track directly into Symbiotic. And so yeah, some pretty good like strategies here. These have some very high TVL, 140 million, 85 million, 40, 40, 40, 40. Very, very good TVL there. And yeah, you can earn some points if that's something you're interested in. Now, if you want to earn yield, head over to Pendle, where you can find some of the LPs here for these different markets. If you want, you can just buy the principal tokens for these Mellow strategies. You can basically buy an asset at a discount, and you're talking about buying ETH at an 18% discount, which doesn't seem so bad to me. Pendle has always consistently been one of the best places to farm, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. Next, we've got Fluid, which is one of the new lending markets by Instadap, I believe, and they currently have USDC and USDT where you can earn 12% in real yield. Not too bad, not too shabby. And this one's definitely one that's growing in TVL for sure. Next, we've got Ambient. Ambient is this new kind of UniV4 type DEX. Well, it has a lot of the features that UniV4 will have, and they currently have Ambient points, so you can basically farm Ambient points by providing liquidity and trading on here. And you can see that some of the people who are providing liquidity, this is fairly concentrated liquidity, are earning some very, very, very good juicy APRs here. So you can copy some of these strategies if you want, or you can create your own. But you can see this is for the ETH USDC pool. Have a look at some of the different pools, including some of the stable pools, and you may be able to copy and get some very good yields yourself there as well. Next, we've got Maverick. Maverick has not got the biggest amount of TVL, under 10 million, and on a variety of networks. The reason why I'm talking about it today is because they currently have one pool which has got some pretty good incentives, and that's the GHO USDC pool. For those of you who aren't aware, GHO is a native stablecoin of Aave, and so you got a stable pair, and you're earning some pretty good incentives which are ongoing right now. On Arbitrum 35%, on ETH mainnet 42%. This is fairly concentrated liquidity, so please bear that in mind, but some very good incentives right now for you to take advantage of, and this is only on these two pools right now on Maverick. If you scroll down, you can find some ETH pools which are over 20% as well. However, the TVL here is a little bit low, and so there may be some slippage and things like that, and as you go down, the TVL does drop quite significantly. So I don't think if you're a big whale, this is going to be the platform for you. But if you're a small little fish like I am, my TVL is not even going to touch any of this stuff anyway. So just a couple of opportunities for you there. And last but not least, well, for those of you who don't know, on Scroll, you can currently earn Scroll marks, Scroll being one of the new ZK L2 chains. And right now, one of the ways to earn these Scroll marks, which is basically the equivalent of points, is to either provide liquidity on DEXs or lending markets. Now, Nuri, which is the exchange that I'm currently on, is one of the leading DEXs on Scroll right now. And you can see currently they have some pretty good APRs for stable pools where you can earn up to 24%. Some of this being incentivized by the Nuri token, but of course you are earning scroll marks along the way. And you can see that for some of the ETH pools, we're talking ETH, Wrapped STETH, and Reap ETH, RSETH, which is from Kelp, and you got EETH, which is from EtherFi. I mean, these are some very, very good APRs right now that you can currently farm and earn. So you can earn like Kelp points, EtherFi points, scroll marks, and eigenlayer points. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Pretty good opportunity available at the moment. So yeah, I don't want to spend too much of your time today. We've covered a lot in the last 10 minutes, 13 different opportunities in fact. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if there's any particular farm that you think I'm missing out on right now. Let me know in the comment section below. Give this a like, give this a retweet if you're watching this on Twitter, and we'll be back with plenty more educational content in the near future.